Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the qualifier number 3 for the Alienware Awesome Cup tournament. Joining me, we've got Forecourt Jester, I'm Slow Wolf, and we're now on to a matchup between Team Win Fast Please, who I remember we've covered before, and Team Lalki. Win Fast Please is a misnomer, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 35-minute games.
Two of them.
40-minute games, if I recall, actually, as well. But Win Fast Please, I want to say they were in both of our qualifiers. I want to say they were in both.
Yes, they've been trying really hard to qualify, and they've done well in all of them so far. So this match should be no different. They're going to put up a good fight. Lalki is a new name for me, at least. So that's new talent for us. Let's see how they do. I'm excited to see how these two teams bounce off each other. This is the last of our round of 32. So this is also a best of 1, but starting after this match, we got our best of 3s showing up with more maps and bans and all that stuff coming up. But for right now, we got one more match on AAC guaranteed, one more best of 1, one more high-stakes matchup to see who goes on to these best of 3s. Let's go ahead and check out the picks in this game.
Sure.
On Team Win Fast Please, we've got Vinny and Spike, Leon Chameleon, and Coco.
Woo!
Finally.
My girl.
Lalki, we've got Swiggins, Leon Chameleon, and Lalki also sporting a Coco.
It's almost a mirror match, but we chose different fish types to actually round out the team.
That indeed we did. If I don't see a Pirate Vinny skin and a normal Swiggins, I'm going to be upset. But both teams going for a very similar kind of lineup, very aggressive burst coming out of the Leons and the Coco picks. What they've decided to change up is who's dashing in to do the finishing / initiating. In one end, we've got Vinny and Spike, who is a very highly mobile character with a lot of utility with his cloud and just a lot of late game power with his bubble gun and his dash. On the other end, we've got Swiggins, who can turn out to be a mid-game monster with his grapple into drop combo. And should he get the solar advantage on the Vinny, he will not let Vinny go. That will be a very powerful counter, and it depends on the interplay between those two. Really, I think that those are the backbones of the team, and if either one of them goes down, the team will start to crumble. So, yeah, that's how I look at it. What do you think?
Well, from experience, anytime that there's a Swiggins on the opposite team and I'm a Coco, I'm very afraid because, you know, not a lot of base hit points. You got to really build into some pills and some big bursts coming into that. You're a sitting duck. If we get a lot of these anchors off on top of the Vinny, he can't dash out of it. You put it on the Coco, she has no escapes. You put it on basically anybody, and we could be seeing a resulting just insta-death based upon ball, based upon tongue, auto attacks from these guys. Like we could see. I'm really not entirely too sure if we're going to see ball builds from both of these because there is a lot of melee now mixed into the fray. We might actually see more blaze builds.
I'm expecting to definitely see a ball build out of Win Fast Please's Coco just to deal with the Swiggins and the Leon, but out of Lalki, I could see a Blaze Coco just because the Vinny needs to get in there, and Blaze really messes with him more than it does on the Swiggins, I find. But that's just me. I would honestly give this, so far, a slight advantage to Lalki in terms of the picks, just because of the Swiggins versus Vinny.
I'm more afraid of a Swiggins than I am a Vinny.
Yeah, well, let's go see how this plays out, because as per usual, it's all up to player skill in these games. Here's our last round of 32, best of 1. Let's go ahead and check out what's going on here. So on Team Win Fast Please, we've got playing the Leon. We've got Coco being played by Mabel, and finally, we got Mr. Fridge on the Vinny. On the blue team, we got the Sprat on Coco. We have got Ninzgato on the Leon. I like saying that way. And then Galilei on the Swiggins. And down goes First Blood, going down to a combination of Galilei and Ninzgato getting the First Blood there. So what I meant to say was, Leon goes down. Combination of Swiggins and Leon gets the kill.
And once again, I put my faith that Swiggins is a bit more of a terrifying fish creature than the Vinny. At least initially, it really is going to come down to how they play. Mr. Fridge dashing in. He will get his damage off. And had a nice escape route actually lined up for himself. But early game, if Swiggins can, get these anchors and then we collapse, or, you put a ball into an anchor, you put a tongue into an anchor, it all kind of revolves around that anchor. If you can get those and capitalize, you're going to have a great time. If you can't, we get to late game, and Mr. Fridge doesn't get punished, we could actually see the big reversal.
And Hey is also going for a late game build, going straight into Tongue and Lifesteal Sword, of all things, on a Leon. And on the other team, we see that everybody picked up a Piggy Bank. Not a single person on the blue team is going Piggy Bankless. So they are really going for that early mid-game advantage and trying to abuse it as best as they can. whereas the red team going to go for as much late game as possible by the look of things, and they're going to try to do their best to survive, with the exception of the Vinny, who's the only one that seems to have gone for a more early game aggressive build for Food's dash. Yeah,
there's no solar cloud here, no cloud at all, actually, for Mr. Fridge. Yeah, they are going to be, again, looking for early game stuff. If red can live through early game, great. But blue is really going to be putting up a lot of that pressure because, as you said, triple piggy bank on them, and they already got that first flood on top of that. It's really blue's game at this point to lose.
Yeah, if they don't do well early game, blue's going to have a very difficult time dealing with this red team. Ninzgato in the right place to die, wrong place to be if you wanted to stay alive. He gets picked off, and Mabel doing a really well-placed lightning ball to pick off a running away Squid. So
good prediction, too.
Good prediction, and through the floor, so that way it was harder to see. So very well played on behalf of the Red Coco. That'll bring them on the board now 2-1. So they are in the lead in terms of kills against this piggy bank team. And they're currently showing that despite the piggy bank, they're going to go ahead and equalize the solar entirely. So the piggy bank advantage almost being nullified across the board already.
So on the back of those kills, you saw all three of WinFast plays. They're in this top lane. They're getting off that damage. They're stripping the hit points of this tower. That's something that we didn't actually see a lot of in the last match. It was a lot of split pushing, a lot of trying to capitalize the maximum returns. High risk, high reward kind of idea. WinFast plays, though, this early game, they got those kills and said, why not? All right, they bring down the tower to half. That could actually lead into a little bit of a YOLO tower a little bit later, especially if they continue on with these kills. Ninzgato, I didn't actually even see drop, but he's dead in the water.
Yeah, he's already gone. Mabel going to pick up a little bit of HP, so she's right back into the lane. What seems like the other big difference between this and the last game that we saw is that everybody can sort of push. You got Coco that can hit multiple creeps at once. You got Leon that can do the same. You've got Vinny that can also do it, and Dash hits creeps and is usable for farming. So can Tongue to a degree, and so can Lightning Ball. Like everything farms. They can push really hard. And Swiggins is the only one on the blue team that can't really push. He's the only one that can't clear lanes really effectively without using his grapple, which does a really relatively minor amount of damage, all things considered.
It doesn't really hurt.
It feels like a waste of the ability, yeah. So it's more difficult to farm as a result of that. Oh, Ninzgato going in for the Tongue. Mabel going to end up surviving there. The Sprat taking a lot of turret damage there for reasons unknown. Hey, taking a lot of damage. Mr. Fridge also going down. That's going to be really bad for the red team now as they finally back off. They have to go ahead and...
Oh, Blaze!
Never mind. That's a 2-for-1 trade. That's okay. 1-for-1 trade, sorry.
Not only do we have Superconductor here on Mabel, by the way.
Already.
So again, a difference in the build. We see ball damage and versus Superconductor. Mabel's Blaze was actually able to once again take home the kill. So this is again like why I said I'm expecting to see more Blaze builds, and it's because there's just so much melee on the table.
There is a lot of melee on the table, and what I also find interesting is that Mabel deciding to be the one that doesn't go for ball damage. It's the other Coco that decides to go for ball damage instead. Mr. Fridge is going to go ahead and pick up a kill on Galilei on the back end there. Vinny picking up a couple of really powerful little early game upgrades to really make that offense happen.
Nice Tongue.
Really good Tongue, if maybe a little bit laggy, but it ended up being a kill regardless.
It did look like she kind of was behind tower, didn't it?
Yeah, but a kill's a kill, and Hey is going to end up picking it up there. So that's going to be 6-2, now tripling the kills on the board in favor of Mr. Fridge's team here. So that's Win Fast Please starting to look like they're actually trying to live up to their name as hard as possible.
Nice dodges there, but that's not actually going to save him from Mr. Fridge. Not with that 500 damage dash.
Yeah, that goldfish, bag of goldfish is going to prove to be powerful enough for anybody right now. He also has the Codfather upgrade, which allows him to deal more damage with his bubbles, a significant amount against enemy odds. So now Mr. Fridge is going to run away. Galilei unable to really follow through because the rest of the red team are going to go ahead and provide some backup there. So yeah, there you have it. Hey, now finally picking up stealth as well as that backstab. So he's pushing really hard. He's looking for opportunities to go in and kill stuff. This is proving to be a really good game for Win Fast Please right now. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, Mr. Fridge coming in, getting the kill on the Sprat.
So I said early game, I'm more afraid of the Swiggins, but when you're 8-2 and 4 of those kills are going into the Vinny, who's now just chrome filed on top of everything else, yeah, my opinion is all of a sudden reversed.
Yeah, it's a 700 damage dash. Ninzgato is really close to death. He needs to be careful around that Vinny. He could die if he plays his cards badly. And there's a lot of ways Yeah, 700 damage dash with bag of goldfish and 2 ranks of chrome pile. That is a lot. That is a huge amount.
6 minutes in, nobody has pills. Well, okay, Swiggins
1 rank
has
of pills
one
on
rank.
Swiggins.
That's it.
And he's got cooldown on the grapple. So anyway, Mr. Fridge gets another kill on Nizgato. Nizgato goes down. So does the Sprat to his backstabbing. And it's now 10-2 as this game starts to shape up very much in favor of Win Fast Please. Chuck's board being picked up on the Coco. Like I mentioned before, cooldown on the Swiggins grapple. I haven't seen that one before. I can see why you'd want it, but in this situation, you definitely need to have more of a... I don't know. I disagree with the pickup in this case, though I understand why it's a good upgrade. Just in this case, I feel like he needs more damage to be effective.
Well, damage across the board here for Blue would actually be nice, but also, survivability. They are absolutely getting dunked right now. And 10-2, what do? You got to either get health or survivability, or you just got to play better. And well, you can buy one of those. Yeah,
and I think in both cases the lineups were greedy ones, and
super greedy. That
super,
is
yeah,
700.
very greedy lineups, and with Blue's lineup not working out for them, the greed aspect of their lineup is costing them. Galley getting backstabbed repeatedly. They still sort of know where he is. They keep finding him.
Whoa.
Now Mabel looking to maybe find him, but nope. The invisibility is going to be just enough to save him, so he's just barely going to get away. That might have been a mistake if Galilei wasn't careful, but Galilei immediately backs off. So
yeah, she's just looking for that return kill, but yeah, backing off is the better choice. But at the same time, again, as you said, super greedy build. It's like, I'm just hitting the hotkeys. One goes down, hit the other one goes down, hit the third one. He nearly died, and now we're also going to be looking at core damage here at the 8-minute mark.
And the other reason why I call these very greedy lineups is because both teams have very low effective HP characters that need to be in the middle of a fight. So depending on who gets picked off first,
I didn't even get to click on his.
Yeah, no, he just died. And like everybody's got low HP, everybody's got high damage, and like once you start snowballing, you don't have any defensive options on either one of these teams. And it seems like red team, like Win Fast Please, just executing better and faster right now. And 13-2, it's looking really, really rough for blue team right now.
Well, there goes one, there goes double. Mr. Fridge has 9 of the 15 kills for his team. Absolutely horrifying that a Vinny can get this powerful this quickly.
Yeah, and double Seahorse head. So he's dealing the max amount of damage that a Vinny can do with a dash combo. He's dealing 980 damage if he lands both of his spikes whenever he dashes.
Sickening.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like,
top tower's about to drop, bottom on top of that. On average, we're looking at a factor of 2 between the teams for their solar. Like, effectively double the cash has been earned by Win Fast.
Yeah, it's a little terrifying. And Mr. Fridge doing such an excellent job. Oh, Nizgato, what are you doing, buddy? He's
trying to kill Fridge. He's going for it. He's YOLOing it, but he's not going to get it.
He's not going to find it. And then...
oh, a ball to the face.
Yeah, chasing a Coco is a very risky proposition when Coco has Blaze and 3 ranks of Chuck's board. The Sprat's going to end up going down. Now it's just Galilei against the entirety of the red team. He's not likely to survive this, as the red team ends up being the second team to be awesome in this tournament.
Oh, wow, yeah, I didn't even realize that, but awesome. Now, these guys, Win Fast Please, will join the ranks of 3-headed monkeys.
In being the 2 teams to have an awesome in this tournament so far. So they're going to go ahead and pick up the victory on this one at a ratio of 9-1 in terms of kills. That was a powerful, powerful win. 10 minutes into this game, and just boom, they decided to call it a game. We're going to win it. We're going to take it. It's ours. We're going to grab it.
And finally, for the first time that we've casted Win Fast Please, it's been a fast win.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful win.
Need that
though.
popcorn gif. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just put on the serious face. Anyway, Win Fast Please, taking it up to the round of 30.